Our next kick we're going to learn is called the side kick or cut kick. It's a very versatile kick. It's very good for defense, offense, develops good power, and it's really good for combinations of kicks, especially going offline. Now, the part of the foot that we're going to strike with the side kick will be the heel. So you can imagine instead of standing on my tippy toes, I'm going to be bouncing on my heels. Now, in order to do this, obviously I'm going to have to raise up my toes in order to strike with the heel. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing when I go to lift up from my chamber. So if you remember for the round kick, we started with our pivot first, standing in our rear leg, heel pointing towards the target. Now my chamber for the side kick, or cut kick, is going to be, I want you to imagine bringing your knee towards your chest. I also want you to imagine that your leg is a table, so this needs to be flat. In order to do that, I need to have my heel in line with my knee in line with my hip. At the minimum, I want this L-shaped 90-degree angle with my leg, but if I can tuck my knee in more, that's even better. That'll help me get power when I go to launch. And so, a straight line from the heel to the knee to the hip. I'm pulling my toes back, getting ready to launch my heel. When I'm ready to go, I shoot my heel out, driving out with my glutes, and I bring my chamber back and land back in my stance. I'm here in my fighting stance. This time you're going to have two heels pointing at the target. The first is going to be my rear leg that I'm standing on with my pivot foot. Second, I'm going to bring up my chamber, knee in towards the chest, and my heel now is going to be aiming at the target. From here, I push out the heel, driving with my glutes, hitting the target. I bring my chamber back, and I settle back into my stance. And so when it comes to test, I want you to come to your natural stance. I want you to show me your hammer fist strikes, 10 total, so 5 on each side. I want to see you come and show me a hammer fist strike coming from the outside. I also want you to show me coming from the top, and I also want you to show me coming from the outside. So one has my pinky coming in, just like an inside block, and my arm's gonna be a little straighter, and my target will be the head. I want to come up as if it's an elbow, and come down, and then as if it's an outside block, but instead of fully rotating, we're gonna hit with the side of the hand. So there's our 3 different hammer fist strikes, and I want to see 10 on each side. Once you're done with that, I want to see your now 18. I want to see your 26 technique drill, 1 time slow and 1 time fast. And so in total, I want 5 slowly and then 5 quickly. If you can do it all with keeping your foot up without putting your foot back onto the ground, that would be great. So in other words, that would look like this. Show me your pivot, bring your chamber up, 5 slow, be. However, by the time you go to do it quickly, I want to see 5 out, back, and foot back down. So all together, it would be here. Hey-ya! 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 And if you can get to the highest level, kicking and pivoting at the same time, that'll be even better. Hey-ya! Hey-ya! And of course, you'll switch sides and go on the other side. I also want to see you throw the same kicks facing towards the camera here, as if the camera was your opponent. That way I can see if your heel is striking right in the center line. And I'll also be able to see if your heel is your pivot is completely 180 as well.